Okay, everyone, welcome back to another wonderful episode of Strange Famous 2024. Today I'm with Maureen from HCC Incubator, as well as SportsXplore.
Hello.
We are going to talk about life. We're going to talk about our future. We're going to talk about some crazy golf stuff we've done. But we're going to cut away really quick just to thank our sponsors. We'll be right back.
My Salon Suite is a perfect place where beauty professionals can be their own boss. We are a community that supports growth and values independence and provides private, comfortable spaces. Visit mysalonsuite.com today. At Yellow Springs Dental in Frederick, Maryland, Dr. Rogers, Dr. Maples, and their team offer gentle, patient-centered care. Understanding that your oral health is as unique as you are, they focus on your dental goals and desires. Visit yellowspringsdental.com today. When you call Maryland Windows, Doors, and Roofs, Keith is there to answer. He and Time are also at all of their jobs. High quality and affordable, fair pricing. That's what you deserve and what you get. Call Maryland Windows, Doors, and Roofs today, 301-712-5228.
All right, we're back. And again, my name is Caroline Hutchison, and I am your host. We are here, Strange Famous, live at Frederick Recording Studio in Frederick, Maryland. It is 2024, and I am with Maureen Kolb. Is it Kolb?
Kolb with a B.
Kolb.
Yep.
Maureen Kolb. Super amazing woman that I have grown to admire greatly in just a very short period of time. So she kind of came into my life over the summer. I met you through the HCC Incubator, and I believe it was like your first week as the executive director.
Yes.
So welcome aboard.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You were a pleasure to have as one of the first people that I think you were the first person that I brought in to the incubator.
Well,
so
thanks.
You
forget your first.
You've set the bar really, really high for the others.
Thanks. Well, I've really loved it. It's been absolutely amazing, and so many cool people I've met there. I see the changes you're making, and the people that have been there are telling me this is like a turn. It's a turn in the right direction. So.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah,
that makes me really happy. And that was kind of the first thing that I did was go in and talk to all the current members and say, how's it been? Mm-hmm. What's been working? What hasn't been working? And what can we do to make it better? And I'm trying to implement a lot of the changes that they have suggested. And
I love it.
I'm hearing some good things. So,
I feel like I've learned. Let's just say I'm taking a college class right now, and I'm getting so much just new inspiration, new ideas. And I feel like that's what the incubator is supposed to be. It's not just you get a cheap office space. It's you have a space to work, but you have a whole network of awesome people. You have access to resources. You have conference rooms and printers and everything you need, plus these awesome people to help you and teach you and resources for education. And it's amazing.
Yeah. So the incubator is Hagerstown Community College's commitment to economic development. There's no money that's made off the incubator. Everything is put back into the members. And so what we do is we provide mentorship, coaching, education, like you mentioned. We have a really good relationship with continuing education, and we got some scholarship for you to go through that so class. Cool. We did a social media class, which you could run yourself. But we did that. We're going to be doing a QuickBooks one. So I'm just trying to see.
Which I could not run myself.
Yeah. Takes a special person to know that kind of stuff. That's
Lord.
Not my area.
That's I have PTSD about QuickBooks.
Really?
Yeah. But nothing against QuickBooks. It's my problem. It's not QuickBooks' problem.
Okay. All right. No, but we need to have them learn the financial side. One of the things I've learned is that you, for example, really good in the media area. You're also very good in business, and I think you're a different than some of the other members, but they're really good at their business, their service, their product, whatever that is. The business part of it, though, is sometimes where they lack, and that's where we can really help.
Sure.
So doing things like QuickBooks, social media, business plans, that sort of stuff.
For me, I've had trial by fire. That's why I know so much, because I've literally walked the walk and talked the talk, but I never got a formal education on any of this stuff. So for me, this part of it is organizing all of the thoughts I have in a different way and like understanding how to apply those thoughts to build my business versus just like, oh, I have 35,000 thoughts a day and I'm going to try to figure things out.
Right,
like,
right.
You know?
Yeah, well, I was really lucky to meet Katie Serio. She's the owner of Pretzel and Pizza Creations. I never know if it's pizza or pretzel first.
2 locations, one in Frederick and Hagerstown.
Yep, and a food truck. And she has her degree from Syracuse in entrepreneurship. So her and I sat down one day and went through kind of these are the things we want to talk about and these are the things entrepreneurs need to know, but we don't want it to be class. We don't want it to be a theory. We want it to be practical.
Sure.
And from what you've said and a few of the other members, it's been great. Yeah.
And all the other members that we're all like becoming like this really close knit friend group too. Like it's so happening all on its own. It's so fun. Like these people that I would have never picked out of a crowd to be my friends are now like really close because we're spending 6 hours a week together at night. So it's a lot.
And that's one of the things that I heard when I was kind of going through my fact-finding mission in the beginning is that everybody was kind of their own little business in a silo, and that's not what I wanted, and that's not what an incubator is. The purpose of it is for members to work together and feed off each other, and what is someone else's weakness is someone else's strength.
Sure.
And so that was, down to the first pit session that we did was kind of a get to know you type of thing. And so hearing you say that makes me so happy.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. Yeah. But no, kudos.
Thank you
good work.
so much.
I don't know what it was like before, but I love what it is now. So I'll just say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you.
So one of the other fun things we did since I met you is I drug you out to the golf course and we had such a fun time. We went to Fountainhead Country Club, which is like one of the nicest golf courses in the area by far. It's just gorgeous.
Can I tell them what happened?
Yes, please.
So
I'm going to put a picture of this in there.
Okay, you should.
I have to.
So I play golf and I'm not terrible.
No, you were great.
I'm not terrible. I've actually gotten better since because I've practiced. And so I grabbed 2 shoes. So my wife and I both play. We both golf. And as I was getting my clubs and everything ready the night before, grabbed 2 shoes, put them in the car, open up the trunk, 2 separate shoes. And I'm like, oh my God.
And they were not even like close to the
Not
same
even
color.
close. One was gray, like a darker gray. One was white. The best, though, thankfully, is I had one right and one left. Because if I didn't, I would have had to go and
you would have had to
buy a new pair of shoes. So I was very embarrassed that I'm at this fancy schmancy country club.
We just kept the camera above the ankles.
I did see there was like one time. And I'm like, oh, there they are.
A couple of the drone shots. If you're looking for it, you can see it. But
if you didn't know,
it's making my eyes water.
I was so embarrassed.
That was one of the funnest things. That's a highlight of this year, for sure.
Well, thank you.
But thank you for that experience.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But it was so fun. The golf course turned out to be a beautiful day. It was kind of rainy that morning, but it ended up clearing up and was gorgeous. We had great golf, great drinks, and some awesome conversations, and that was a fun time.
Yeah.
Business birdies.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's a pretty good time. I'll put a
I
link
was
to that
5.
episode. Yeah, I'll put a link of it in the bottom here so you can check it out. But
you can hear me ramble on for 17 minutes.
Yeah. So your athleticism. Is tied into your other side of your business life, right? Yeah. So you and your wife both, and she's works at Hood College. As athletic director, right?
She's the athletic director at Hood. So this is a business that she owns, but I obviously help a whole lot, and it's a sports camp for kids ages 5 through 12, where they explore different sports. So it's called SportsXplore with an X. There's no E in the front. So it's SportsXplore, and basically, her and I were talking the one day, and she said, all the camps that I have ever been to or I have seen focus on one sport. Why are 5-year-olds only focusing on one sport?
Yeah.
And so she said, what if we did something where they can explore different sports and then choose whether or not they want to pursue it? Because what if, you you're golf, right?
I played everything.
Right.
I did every sport.
So if you put your children in golf because you loved golf, doesn't mean they're going to like it. And so then you just spent all this money to put your kid in a camp that they don't like. Whereas if, with the SportsXplore, they get to, basically we do it over 2 weeks. We do 4 sports a week. In the morning is instruction, and then in the afternoon is games. So we do, try to remember all the sports. So we do golf, volleyball, softball, and baseball, swimming, tennis, lacrosse. Did I say lacrosse? Lacrosse, and basketball. That's 7.
No wrestling. Sorry,
No
Zach.
wrestling.
Zach's big into wrestling.
There's another one. I missed one. Lacrosse. Tennis. I said lacrosse, basketball, volleyball, softball, lacrosse, tennis, swimming, golf, something else. It'll come to me.
That's a lot, though. So they get to try all of that during the 2 weeks, basically?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have some kids who choose to go 1 week, some kids who choose to do both. And so our first year we did it, the first year was in June of 23. And we, our goal was like 100 kids. We got 350 kids, which was, we realized, too many kids in 1 week, especially because a lot of them are younger.
Where did you do it at? Like, was it
at Hood?
Oh,
at Hood College.
My.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are, they're very blessed to have really great coaches there.
Yeah.
And so we hire the coaches
awesome.
to do the work. And then we also hire the students, the athletic students, to give them an opportunity to give back. And we do, we pay them and we give them
That's so awesome.
Lunch, and, they will then take the kids. So usually what we do is break them up into groups. So it's one counselor per 10 kids.
Okay.
Which then they get like a lot of, individual and personalized attention.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
I bet a lot of moms out there and dads are like, oh,
yeah,
I need to know more about this.
Sure.
Yeah. So where can they find you?
They can find us online. It's www.sportsexplore.25. I always forget that. sportsexplore25.com.
Okay.
Website.
We'll put all of it
in
in the info down here. But for the people that are just listening on the podcast part, I wanted you to say it so they can pull over off the highway right now if they're listening in their car. Write this down.
Yes, be safe, please. And we're on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Okay,
but
cool.
as a reminder that it's just Explore. Not
Explore.
EXPLORE.
And if people want to find you and connect with you business-wise, are you on LinkedIn? Like, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn, Maureen Kolb. KOLB, like you said. And then if you go on
Are you related to the Kolb Electric family?
No. So I that's my married name. So they're not
connected.
Related. No,
it's
no
that's where I knew it from when I saw it the first time. That's what I thought of.
Yeah.
Like, right away. I was
That'd
like,
be
I
cool.
wonder if it's related to that.
But no.
Okay. Sorry, intrusive thoughts. I've wondered
okay.
that since the first time I saw
I'm glad
your
you
name.
finally asked. I'm glad you finally asked. So no,
Cool.
we're not. But yeah, LinkedIn, or if you go to Incubator HCC.com.
We got a new website. Shout out to Clifton.
Yes,
Fire
Clifton. He's fantastic. He did such a great job for us. And yeah, so you can find my information there. Please call me, shoot me an email. Happy to talk to you about your business if there's anything we can do to help. If you're a startup.
And they focus a lot on culinary art.
Yes.
Like, it's a culinary incubator. So I'm not a food related. I mean, I love food, don't get me wrong. And I have a ton of food reviews, restaurants that I've reviewed. But it's so cool to be in a place, like a lot of the people in my class are catering. And, I got the sweet corn pudding.
Oh my God.
Is in there, and the empanadas. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Where's the food? And then even, I don't know. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
But there's a whole culinary arts side of the incubator. I've never even went to the kitchen side.
Oh,
like,
you
I
have to
should go
come.
check it out.
Come see me one time and we'll go over there. But yeah, we have the culinary and we have the wet labs too, which people don't know. I don't know if you knew this.
What does that even mean?
So
what is a wet lab?
they're research facilities.
Okay.
So we have people in there now doing cancer research, microbiome research. I always say this word wrong, but it's like immunoassays. So essentially early detection of diseases, but also things like foodborne illnesses. So they're doing that.
That's
so there's
fascinating.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay,
and then
cool.
culinary, we do catering, the food trucks. If they want to, they'll eventually do a brick and mortar bakery. And we're kind of going a little bit towards the consumer packaged goods stuff.
Okay.
So if you have a special sauce or, drink or something that you make and you want to bottle and sell, or a food that you want to sell, that's like sweet corn pudding.
Right.
So we're working with her to possibly get her food into restaurants, and also to be able to go to the grocery store and just buy it frozen and stuff. So
very cool.
We're working on that too.
Love that.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Well, there's so many things that like the incubator offers, and I think if you go to the website, it does tell it. There's a new profile now for each of the incubator tenants, so you can find out more about each of them and check it out there too. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for asking me.
It's kind of last minute to ask you to come, but I love having you on the show and teaching everybody a little more about all the dope stuff you're involved in.
And I'm proud. I'm so proud of you and all the things you're doing.
Thank you.
And
thanks for all your support.
Of course.
And thanks for having me do the pit
That was
session.
amazing.
That was so much fun.
That
We had
was
a blast.
amazing. And I learned so much more about you, which was really cool. And I appreciated you sharing that knowledge with everybody, because
it was fun.
Everybody was asking a lot of questions, and I think we're going to need a Caroline 2.0 at some point.
I've booked so many one-to-ones after that with people that were there that were like, I need so much of your help. Like, so I love that. I love teaching people.
Yeah.
It's really
You're
fun.
good at it. I could tell that
It was really fun.
You've had experience. You're good at it. So
Thanks. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for helping me shine.
Anytime.
And love it. And everybody, thanks again for joining us today on Strange Famous. And we'll see you again next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Strange Famous Frederick, hosted by me, Caroline Hutchison, produced by Medina Media Productions, audio by Frederick Recording Studio and Robin Smith Productions, video by Beaver Enterprise Group, sponsored by Sweet Buds Dispensary, My Salon Suite, and Maryland Windows, Doors, and Roofs. Visit us online at strangefamousshow.com.